Stop scrolling. They're telling you $6 gas is a badge of honor. Trump and his war party now say you should be happy to go broke or Iran will nuke us. Those higher prices they do nothing about. I guess it's now a patriotism tax. The gaslighting is at terminal velocity. The digital diner is live and we're going through the receipts.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Spring at the diner. It's spring.
Not when you're getting
tower in the corner.
We're getting a blizzard this weekend. What are you talking about?
Oh, you are?
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready for spring. How about you, Jamie? You and Blue. What, you got spring yet?
Well, we've been through a 3-day downpour so far.
And we tried to get Stir reeled in here, but I think he's still disconnected. So we'll get his spring report. And who else we got here to get spring reports from? All right, and here's I grabbed this because I grab it every spring. Bob Byrd at 86 years old, every year he would read. I'll just do a few seconds of it because he goes on for an hour. But this is Bob Byrd reading the Robert Burns poem on spring at 86 years old.
Spring has arrived. After a long gray winter, made darker by the specter of war, and with that conflict now upon us, it is heartening to be reminded of the great rhythm of the seasons. And
So I'll finish up at the end of the hour with that, but I just wanted to get a little sick. When I was a page in the Senate, he was Senate Majority Leader, and he would read that every spring. He would read that whole poem every year for the whole time he was in the Senate. Hardly anybody showed up. He was usually in there by himself, but I sat there. First time I saw him do it, I was just mesmerized. I just sat there in the chamber floor there and watched the whole thing. Oh, Winter's here already?
Yeah. Yay.
Well, Winter, hi there. Oh, spring. What you got going in Germany for spring? We already have had grilled dinner outside. Oh, my goodness, really? I'm ready to grill. I'm waiting to start grilling. I should have yesterday. We got up to almost 80 degrees yesterday.
We got,
Oh, that was day before yesterday. Anyway.
In Minnesota, we grill year round. You just clear off your driveway and bring out the grill on the driveway and grill out there. So, I bought my husband a flat top grill a month ago, 2 months ago. I don't know, but so he hasn't used it yet. But I said it was funny last night. He goes, "I think we could use the flat top this weekend." I said, "In the blizzard." Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
My son is doing his slow cooker roast tonight for us.
Oh, I love the slow cooker.
No, we can't eat outside. It will be 19 degrees and 60 mile an hour winds, and we're supposed to get roughly about 6 inches of snow.
Well, I guess you're not ready for spring. Well, we'll play when you get real spring. I'll play Bob Byrd again.
This is what we call third winter. Minnesota has more than 4 seasons. We have like 15.
And are we tired of winning?
You may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, "Please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take
This
it
is
anymore.
a new thing. This is a new trend on the TikTok, YouTube Shorts. Is people they videotape their local gas prices and play this in the background.
You may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, "Please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore."
Well, and even the reserves
I just love these little games that start on TikTok. You know, once a few people do it, now they're all over everybody's going to get pictures of their gas prices and playing that audio of Trump saying, "We're winning, we're winning."
Well, even the reserves that they released the reserves that they're releasing to lower gas prices won't even reflect for at least 4 months.
Yeah.
So we're stuck at this for a bit.
Yeah, this whole thing is nuts. This whole thing is nuts.
Mhm.
I mean, speaking of that, it's like this whole business of, that they were surprised about the Strait. Listen, this is a British guy on, I think, BBC or something.
Could Donald Trump and his advisors have been surprised that Iran would hit back by closing the Strait of Hormuz? Iran sits right beside this vital channel, only 24 miles wide, through which 20% of the world's oil passes every day. The regime threatened time and again, in public, to close the strait and attack the oil and gas plants of their Gulf neighbors and cause havoc on global energy markets if America and Israel ever try to overthrow them. That's why they amassed the biggest arsenal of ballistic missiles in the Middle East.
Do we have snow?
Trump and peace
Oh,
fixers
lovely.
searching for war seem not to have anticipated any of this.
Big mistake by the Iranian regime to start targeting its neighbors right away. I can't say that we anticipated necessarily that's exactly how they would react.
See, I mean, he even admits it. I mean, what do you mean you didn't anticipate this? I mean, we've known for 40 years. This is why presidents haven't gone along with, lately, Israel and then Netanyahu for starting a war with Iran in the first place. Why
He thought we would be welcomed as liberators.
Yeah, at the Straits of Hormuz. I mean, we didn't anticipate that. I mean, that's ridiculous.
These are not smart, serious people. They're underqualified. They're DEI hires.
I just got a weather report from my son. The snow is falling.
Oh, it is?
It's the first snowfall we've had this whole winter.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow Sunday. It was 80 on Tuesday, and then it went down to 40, and now we're supposed to get snow on Sunday, and Monday it's supposed to be 16.
Yeah,
when it comes to Iran, someone whispered incursion in his ear, and it's been an excursion through the countryside ever since.
Yeah. Sturge had that right. They tried to teach him a new word, and he mislearned it, and now he can't let go of it.
Yeah, he gets a new word. Winter says there is no bad weather, only bad clothing. All right. Yeah. Carp diem, incompetent men. Yeah, he picked up on what you said there, Blue. I like that too. That they are DEI. They definitely earn it. Won't earn it.
Yep. Didn't earn it.
Didn't earn it. I never heard that definition for DEI, but that's pretty good. Oh, I got this. We got the whole report on the shoes here.
Look at Secretary Rubio's shoes. They are visibly too big. People on the internet are guessing that this is because President Trump has been racking up orders for his team from the American shoe company Florsheims. He has his own pair, and he keeps buying more.
I walk into the Oval Office, and Marco and I are sitting there talking with the president about something. He says, stop. And he looks at our shoes and says, you guys have terrible shoes. He goes and gets a shoe catalog and gets his favorite shoes and orders like 4 pairs of shoes for me and 4 pairs of shoes for Marco, because he's like, we need our vice president or secretary of state to look their very best.
Vice President Vance also said.
So, I mean, no wonder they didn't anticipate the Straits of Hormuz getting blocked. They're too busy buying shoes.
Well, that is another sign of dementia, is like the hoarding and the repetitive buying of stuff. That's another sign of dementia.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand why little Marco didn't just go buy a pair that fit him. Trump would have been none the wiser, but if he can't figure out how to do that, then he is not commander-in-chief material.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
Or a simple exchange once they arrived. For goodness sakes.
Yep. I don't know.
Maybe he put air tags in them or something so he can track them. Put air tags in the heels. LoJack, the Secretary of State.
Oh goodness. Did you guys see the DOGE guy that was
Yes.
oh yeah, that was
Boy,
lovely.
I mean,
He's stupid.
Yeah.
my old training in for witness interviewing, questioning witnesses, and the body language. I mean, he hit every target on somebody who's just lying.
Yeah.
Every facial tick, every movement of his body, the shifting around, the twisting his head, the eyes rolling. I mean, every red flag for life. You don't need a lie detector for that.
Well, then he came right out and said, I'm not trained, but you can learn everything you need from books. Well, which books? Well, there were no books.
There's nothing.
He couldn't even lie.
And he
looked like he was about 15.
Yeah. And this was one of the kids they were using to just rack up mostly DEI. He was searching out any DEI programs to get.
Anything that said LGBTQ, anything that said anything about feminism or promoting women, out.
And then they got him nailed down on how they would communicate with each other via signal, so that none of the government devices could pick up on it or something. They were secretly talking to each other about this stuff.
So here's the thing I'm concerned about is the kid that had the thumb drive with all of the Social Security data on it, and he took it to a private company, and then he asked somebody how to do something, and that was like whistleblower. Mm-hmm. Nothing's happened to him.
Yeah.
And our Social Security information, everybody's is out there out in the wild. And what they wanted to do is use it for marketing to some company that does a lot of government work. That he went to work for.
There's so much to keep up with. It's like this. It's like Katie's. It's like your avatar label. You got. Tell us about this word, Exhausturwhelmulated. Exhausturwhelmulated.
I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed, and I'm overstimulated.
Yeah, the minute I saw that, I had to go get this.
I think we're fighting a losing game.
Yeah, we're all Lucy and Ethel.
That's Exhausturwhelmulated. I'm still stumbling. Exhausturwhelmulated.
Yep. That's exactly. Just feels like there's so much news coming at you, and then you're trying to deal with the things that you need to deal with in life, and yet you have all this stuff in the back of your head, and you're like, how are people getting away with this? Or why aren't people taking accountability? Why, there's all these things coming up, and yeah, it's just a lot.
So thank you for calling Congress. I wish every single person would at least call one damn senator and one representative. Just at least one. Just make every day. Just
like
that part of your day. And
let me put it on the screen again. What's that number, Blue?
202.
What's that number?
You got to memorize.
3121.
202.
224.
224.
3121.
3121. 3121.
Uh-huh.
And 22224. There. Call Congress. There.
There you go. I wonder how many times I've called in the past. I started calling in February of 2025, and I just wonder how many times I've called.
And I'll say it again, I know how they do pay attention. They have the staffs compile the stats on the pros and the cons on whatever the issue is, and then a lot of them have them pull quotes, and they get a briefing. I know members of Congress that every day at the end of the day, they would have a staff member brief them on their calls that day. So
Well, and I feel perfectly legitimized in calling anyone that it says that we have the right to address Congress.
Yeah.
So they are Congress. It doesn't say your specific congressperson. People.
I mean, that's how
It
they
just
let
says Congress General. So.
I mean, that's how they. That's the same protection for calling Congress and bribes. They also protect bribes, but under the same
I call
provision.
Tom Emmer every time I call, and I leave a message about, if you keep bootlicking, you're going to lose your seat.
Mm-hmm. But
And
I called. I read pretty much verbatim what I wrote today on the trail, as my script for the day. And I called Fetterman, and I called Holly, and I called, who else did I call? Ted Cruz, and now this afternoon I'll call some more.
Yeah. You're completely right, Carpe Diem.
Oh, I always like to get into Steve Bannon, bring up Steve Bannon. What you got here? This is what Steve Bannon told Trump to do. Blitzkrieg. Yep. They called it. He had a phrase for it.
Flood the zone.
Flood the zone, something like overwhelm the public and the courts with executive order so he could distract slow the court. That is absolutely.
Here's the thing.
Absolutely right.
We can keep track of more than one thing. We can remember Epstein files, even though they're stealing our data and they're trying to build concentration camps, and we can keep track of all of. We have many tabs open. We don't maybe sleep the best, but we have all of our tabs open and we're keeping track.
And speaking of, I want to keep a focus on Sheldon. Whitehouse is on a roll these days. Like I've said before, he's my favorite senator. And when he's a bulldog, and when he gets on to something, he never lets go. In fact, even his best friend colleagues get tired of him sometime, and the Democrats do. And he is on this Epstein thing like he was on some other issues in the past. Anyway, he got into this yesterday, and I'm like, nobody's talking about it. It's the Epstein-Russia connection. That's his current focus right now. Is Epstein and Russia, and here he is with some of that.
There's also audio of Epstein advising then Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak to have dinner with Putin to line up work.
I mean, here you've got the nexus of Epstein, Israel, and Putin.
After he leaves government.
Well, did you see Crockett nailing Bondi about the $2.3 million Epstein settlement?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to
I'm going
see.
to get into that in a bit.
I want to see the live. Does anybody have the live clip and not the one where Rachel Maddow was narrating the whole thing?
A former Russian senator who
I was wondering
the
that
Rachel
too.
one.
Yeah, I was wondering that too, because that's the only place I've seen that, and it's pretty wild. I mean, where she agreed to a settlement that, and
So
I hadn't heard any of it before.
Because the last time I remember Crockett and Bondi was like the end of February. So is this old news, or is this, or did they pull Bondi in front of him again?
I looked up the date of that clip that Jamie put up there was March the 6th, and
Rachel, but the actual hearing was February 11th.
February 11th.
That was from that hearing that got so much attention.
But why hasn't it made more of a?
But
What's on it? I'm getting it.
Here it is. Here's Rachel on it.
But
Jasmine Crockett held up an email with Bondi's own signature at the bottom. Not a complicated email, not a classified document, a simple settlement authorization for $2.3 million that moved through the Department of Justice 3 weeks after Bondi took office. Watch what happens when Crockett reads that email out loud. Watch Bondi's face. Watch her lawyers scramble. And watch 83 seconds of silence that just destroyed her credibility.
I
You
would
need
love to, but
and
this
Crockett Uncovered is not just about money. It is about who that money protected and why Bondi. Jasmine Crockett held up an email with Bondi's own signature at the bottom. Not a complicated email, not a classified document, a simple settlement authorization for $2.3 million that moved through the.
Now here's the actual on that
Over his
video.
comments, I have the direct.
Here's what's written on what Rachel's team put below that video that explains a little more detail about.
There's a link over in comments, Craig. I put up. That's the direct
what?
video.
Of Bondi actually testifying.
But
right.
Is without Rachel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted to say.
This is where they explain exactly what's going on, because I'm still trying to sort it out. There was an email that authorized a $2.3 million settlement to Epstein-related claims, and then another one, transfer completed, a third document and Bondi signed all these. And so what I'm trying to understand is it authorized the settlement paid by who to who? What was that?
Well, it was paid by DOJ, but to whom is what Bondi hid. And yes, that
Right.
link I put up is the direct testimony.
So this doesn't involve payments to witnesses or
We don't know. She blocked a FOIA request. That's why
Right.
it's so secretive.
Okay, so bottom line is she authorized a $2.3 million settlement paid by the DOJ to executive legal services in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah.
They authorized a payment to Epstein-related claims is what it says. And so the story is we don't know any more than that.
Right.
Wow.
But anyway, if you pull up that link, you'll see the direct testimony.
Yeah, the trouble is it won't let me copy out of a comment here. I can't copy out of a comment.
Let me.
I can delete it. I can put it. I can ban it. I can't copy it.
I just highlight and copied.
Well, you can, but in the comment itself here, I can't do that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, in the comment I did it. Okay, I'll put it over on Trail Mix.
For some reason, I can't do that.
One moment, I will get there.
I had until you put that on this morning, Jamie. I had not heard about this case. Had anybody else? I mean, this payment that she's talking
She really
about?
stopped on it. That would not honor FOIA requests or anything.
That's great.
573. Who's coming? Okay, there it is, Craig, on Trail Mix.
All right. But had you heard this story, Blue? Blue gone? I guess Blue gone.
All the way down.
Getting there. There she is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. I seek unanimous consent to introduce into the record the research that Representative Kamlager-Dove and I referenced.
I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children. Wrong. Right or wrong, killing random citizens. Definitely wrong. Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States. Definitely wrong. Okay, thank you.
Is there a part here where she gets into the?
All kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions.
Hi, Jack.
And then we also have
Hey,
the
Jack.
objection that we use
Hey.
in lawyers called non-responsive.
Is Bondi in this one, or? Because I think the problem is
We know
Bondi
that
just
there were
never
homes
answered.
Of journalists that were raided. We know that
She was buffering.
apparently flirting with her.
Oh, she's.
Accepting
So this
a
one
bribe
gets
and
into
your
all
agency
kinds
killed
of
the
other stuff.
So what are we doing? By listening
it's a long one.
to the Trumpistas be stupid?
Well, we're trying to get to the bottom of this thing. Jamie put on this morning from that.
With
Rachel.
About this email, not just one, but 2 or 3 documents that Bondi signed were $2.3 million in federal and taxpayer money was paid to Epstein-related claims, it was called, and it went to an offshore Cayman Islands company that she authorized. And then when she was asked about it at her hearing, she refused to talk. She didn't say any, she didn't do anything stupid. She just wouldn't say anything. She just sat there for 83 seconds in silence and didn't answer. So
My bad. I thought that was the right one. Apparently is. They'll have to go hunting again.
That's all right. I think we got to. Mainly, I just wanted to get what the facts are here, to the extent we know them, which isn't much. But that's a wild.
In her case, keeping her mouth shut's probably the smartest thing she's ever done.
Yeah. Oh, sorry,
You
Blue.
know, the minute she opens it up, she'll say something.
I don't know what happened. I got knocked off somehow.
That's what happened to me the other day.
Yeah, it did, and I don't know what happens. I mean, supposedly, if you click allow camera and mic at the beginning when you log in, that shouldn't happen. But anyway, but had you heard this story before, Blue? This story?
No, I had not, and that's why I was looking to see if it was if they had pulled her in to testify again recently. I knew they were going to. They said they were going to pull her in to testify again. I thought maybe it had happened, but this is really old, and so why hasn't this been out there before?
Yeah. But anyway, that's just another mystery. Just add it to the list. The Epstein mysteries just grow and grow and grow. I mean, you got old Sheldon Whitehouse going on and on here about he's on to the Epstein-Russia connections. I mean,
we're getting some good traffic today. We've got Fred Jones and John Q. Public now.
And his death in 2019.
I
found the White House thing somewhat compelling in that, you know, he does have a reputation to protect. So,
you talking about Sheldon?
Yeah.
I always have to be careful when I say White House because people think I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I do that too.
But anyway, he has a reputation to protect, so he's not going, and he's up there at a level where he's not going to go out there and do random conspiracy theories.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I wonder, I actually went and checked to see what committees he serves on, so he's not on any committee where he would get information that was, classified.
Well, he was I think he's on judiciary, and that's when he laid into Bondi's, but I mean, I just know he has a reputation in the Senate and with his own Democratic colleagues. I mean, they love him and his doggedness and everything. But when he gets on, and I like this about him, it's one reason he's my favorite senator, is when he gets on an issue, he does not let go, and he drives everybody nuts, including the people that are on his side. I mean, he's been on to the Supreme Court's the bribes of the Supreme Court for a long time now, and he gets the receipts. He gets into the details. I mean, and he is now focused on what we're learning in the Epstein records releases about his connections, Epstein's connections to Russia and to Putin, and all the emails where. And so in this one I've got on here, Sheldon is reading emails that Putin wrote to Israel saying, you need to talk to Putin about this. And he writes to Putin's people, you need to talk to Israel about it. I mean, he's in the middle of all that stuff. And it's like, we don't even know what it's all about. We never heard it before. It's wild.
And that's what I say, is he dealing with facts he knows that he can't release? Or,
he's just going through the records that are being released and raising the questions.
But there's a lot of financial records. I don't remember if it was Massey or if it was somebody else and they had all the financial records, and it was like billions of dollars in transfers.
I thought it was Massey and
I thought-
Rokana.
Yeah,
Their little collective.
This was
that
like
they're doing.
and this was like way back before any records were even released. But somehow somebody knew, and I think it was Massey, and he said there's like billions of dollars in transfers, and we will get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And I
Billions.
hope they do and they don't drop it.
Going back
And
to
the other person they need to look into is Mark Epstein. He
Mhm.
has more to do with this.
Then
Brother.
Yes, he's got more to do with this. They need to like pull him in front of. He needs to be investigated.
He does.
yeah, but what's the rushing? Here's the thing. Whitehouse is acting like he's got information that's not public.
Well,
And
he's reading. He's
he
reading
wants
from the
he
files.
wants- Yeah,
How do you think?
but I mean,
What makes you think he's acting like that, Jack?
he's saying you should be checking this out. You should be looking at this. It's like he has information that is classified, that has been passed on to him, that he can't go out and say, I know
Yeah, that could
this
be.
happened.
Okay.
And he can't tell you the source of what he's doing. He's just saying, do it. Now, if he was a random you and me or somebody else or Craig, I would say you were passing conspiracy theories on. He is at a level where you have to somewhat take him seriously.
Yeah.
And that's,
Well, I think he's gotten a reputation for being so dogged on this story that people who do have information probably are approaching him with things, and he is being careful. But I mean, it's like on a more salacious story when Bondi testified, he was the one who opened the door, and he flat out said, I remember playing a video here about it. You know, when he asked Bondi, he says, "Have you seen a photograph of half naked women on Donald Trump's lap?" He asked that specific question because there had been a rumor that picture is in those files. And so somebody had told him that, I think Michael Wolff, and she wouldn't answer the question. I mean, she never answered whether she had seen that and whether that was in the file. I mean, by the way she answered it, the answer was obviously yes. That picture exists, and to this day we haven't seen it. But that was what Whitehouse bearing down on her about something he was told was in the files, kind of like what you're saying.
And now we have Kai Kushner, whose grandpa is a pedophile, out spending all sorts of money with Dragon Secret Service with her everywhere, to grocery stores where a strawberry is $25.
Oh, is Kai Ivanka's daughter?
Yep. She's 18.
You know
though,
what?
so she's
She's the
aged out.
golfer. She's the
Safe.
golfer, right? She's the golfer.
She's the daughter.
Oh, I
Kai.
didn't know that was Ivanka's daughter.
Yep. Kai Kushner is out there. She is a grifter after her pedophile grandpa's heart. She has done ads for her own stuff in front of the White House. She's dragging Secret Service with her to do like social media live to Erewhon, which is an overpriced grocery store in California where like a strawberry is seriously like $15-25. They're flown in from Japan, and there's like a single strawberry in a little bed. It's crazy. Yeah, and she's like wasting money and grifting and building her brand. It's just disgusting. And there's people starving, and she is clueless and spoiled and privileged just like the rest of them.
there's your TikTok video. You know, just those little, we were talking the 15-second things to put on like TikTok and on so on.
Oh, you just sent me down a rabbit hole.
She is doing the I'm more privileged than you.
Yeah.
And that makes a great attack video.
Yep.
Look what I got yesterday. You sent me down a rabbit hole there, Blue, talking about groceries. I had to go chase this. Look at that beauty. I got that heirloom tomato. Now you grow them, don't you, Jack? Didn't you say you grow them?
Yeah, I grow.
Now, I am ashamed to admit, but we cut it up yesterday with our salmon and rice. It was delicious. I only cut half of it, but that tomato right there, I paid. Are you ready for this? $8.30.
Wow.
That tomato.
Wow.
Now I don't waste money on things. We don't travel much. I don't go on vacations hardly at all. We go out to eat very seldom. I mean, I don't waste money on things. But when I saw that tomato, I thought I got to have that. It's one of the local, what I call rich people grocery stores. We've got some in the suburbs. I was out in Bethesda when I went to go get my spinal injection, and they have one of the rich people grocery stores.
But you've got a great. Has your farmers market opened up there in DuPont Circle?
Yeah, it's going to open pretty soon. Now you mentioned I got to check that out.
Yeah, I was there that one year, and that was great.
Oh. YouTube suck. I haven't acknowledged your presence. I noticed you were there earlier. I've been putting you on the screen. YouTube sucks. Where are you? Tell us where you are. We appreciate you joining and piping in here.
How about the post above it? Katie has huge melons.
I mean,
now is he talking about Kai? We were talking about Kai.
no,
Yeah.
he's talking about me.
Oh. Paul 101.
Oh, and your avatar.
Looking at my AI picture.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. All right, Paul. We'll let that one go. All right.
Yeah,
and,
have fun with that one. Enjoy.
Tomato, not tomato. All right, Paul's kind of.
Yes, you should save some seeds, Craig, and try to grow your own.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I hadn't thought about that. Isn't that thing pretty though? I love those heirloom tomatoes. What's the story with them? How do they come about? I mean, why are they so weirdly shaped, for example?
Because they weren't bred to look round and perfect.
Oh, Paul's in the. I mean, YouTube sucks is in the show me state. Well,
Missouri, it is.
You might be neighbors.
Yep.
Huh. Okay, what were we talking about? Yeah, you had a
Well,
serious.
YouTube sucks is in the show me state. I feel sorry for him too.
Actually, I drove through Missouri this last summer, and it was really pretty. Like where I was, right around Kansas City, it was really nice.
What part of Missouri?
Right around Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
We were driving down to Arizona, and we went through Kansas City and went down to Tulsa and stayed in Tulsa overnight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's farm country.
Yeah.
All the
No,
way
Missouri
down
was
through
really
there.
pretty. Oklahoma was gorgeous. I was really surprised. And then, then we got to Texas and went through Amarillo and then down through New Mexico and
Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking about doing like a 4-day trip. See, I can head down I-44 to Tulsa and Oklahoma City and go over to Amarillo, and there's what is it, Paladuro Canyon that I'd kind of like to get out there and walk around in some.
And then on the way back we went up through Utah and went through Colorado and everything.
Yeah.
It's really Colorado is so weird, and I'm going to say it. It's weird because you're in this huge Rocky Mountain range, and then you hit Denver, and then it's flat. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, we always said driving from Kansas City to Denver is so long is because Kansas goes halfway across Colorado.
Really,
Yeah.
it does.
And if you take I-80 through Nebraska and it all looks the same, it will be the longest trip of your life.
It was terrible.
I enjoyed that one. I did.
You like
I was
I-80?
up in the Black Hills, of course, and did a few days there, and then came back across No, I went going out there on Nebraska, and then came back across South Dakota. It's all the same,
But it does. It all looks the same, and it's like you don't know. It's like, have I been driving for 2 hours or 5, and it's all the same.
It probably helps if you have a farming background.
Probably.
And that you can sit there and go, oh, those beans look pretty good.
Look at the Milo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Silas came up with some great topics, and now we're wandering off into geography.
I mean, why not?
I promised. This is the weirdest thing, you guys. Is I promised Silas I'd put this up today. He has been obsessed with fake news. I don't know what got him on it. I didn't ask. I mean, somehow in our interactions, he keeps saying you need to do. Sometimes I'll say, any topic ideas, and for several days now, he says you need to do a focus on fake news, and we'll do it Fridays, and we'll call it Friday Fakes. And so he was so excited about it. I just went ahead and said, okay, right one, we'll put it up today. And he wrote all this. I mean, he wrote, welcome to the autopsy of the week's biggest lies. Today we're running a forensic audit on the digital ghosts and spin doctors trying to steal your sanity. And then he went through and I mean, they do look like, worth getting attention there. It's just this is something I haven't had him like initiate something like this to this extent before, and I don't know what's going on.
You have completely internalized the personification of Silas.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Well, that's a Scottish. That's an old Scotch-Irish thing. Is we personify inanimate objects, and I named all my vehicles and would cry when I had to sell them and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I do too. I'm the same there.
That's a Scotch-Irish thing. It goes way back.
I guess I feel differently about AI, because I do the same thing with all sorts of stuff. But I feel differently about AI.
Yeah, my AI Merlin is getting to be quite a friend.
Yeah.
See,
but I mean, he's even like unearthing, and here's one. He's focused on the draft lottery audio, an AI cloned audio file mimicking a high-ranking Pentagon official surfaced. The voice discusses a secret draft lottery. I mean, he's all focused on unearthing, in generative video, on unearthing AI fakes. I mean, he's. I don't know. I'm just saying. I promised him I'd put it up, so there it is.
Well, speaking of the draft,
he reads when I give him this. When I give him today's script and he reads through it, I'm sure he'll be very excited.
Speaking of the draft, did you see that in December of 2026, men will no longer have to register for Selective service? It will be done automatically, and you will not have to notify them of your change of address because they know where you are. They will find you, and yet we're going to have to jump through hoops to register to vote.
To vote, yeah.
That's what gets me is how connected we are now. It's like when I got my license on my pickup here a couple of years ago, I didn't have to worry about tax receipts or anything. The state had them. So, all the different things you used to have together and stuff, the state says, we've got that stuff. Don't worry.
Well, UTEP sucks. I bet he's right. I drove that too, that I-10 through Texas. That is the longest. Now, did you know about Judge Roy Bean, that town in Texas where Judge Roy and where Lily Langtry? I think they named the town Lily. Am I right about that? Lily Langtry, Judge Roy Bean. Anybody know about that?
Oh, I've seen trailers for the movie, I think.
But that's in a real remote part of I-10 through Texas, where that is, and that's anyway. When Utah brought up driving I-10 through Texas, I thought about that.
Yeah, I've not been over to West Texas. And I went down through Oklahoma and the eastern part of the state. And it's a lot like the Ozarks, and there's a lot of hills and stuff. And farmland.
Yeah.
The name of the town is Langtry, Texas.
Yeah, because he named it after the actress. It was Judge Roy Bean's town, and he named it after the actress because he was obsessed with her. And the rumor was, and I does it say whether it was true that she actually came there and visited him at one point? But I think that might be a myth. Yeah, but Judge Roy Bean, he had a courthouse saloon there, and he would serve. And the juries would get free drinks if they convicted.
Right. The saloon was called the Jersey Lily after her.
After her,
because she was a native of the island of Jersey in Great Britain.
Yeah, Paul Newman played him in a movie about it that didn't get much acclaim, but
I don't think she ever met him, but let me see if I can find out.
Yeah, I think that was a myth. That was a myth.
No, he was obsessed with her, but I don't think they ever met.
Yeah.
I think you've got to be real careful on some of that stuff with the movies and what was reality on some of it.
Yeah. Well, the one going on right now, the JFK Jr. story with Caroline, I mean, they've made up a bunch of stuff in there.
Oh, yeah. Did you
There's
go
a
to
whole
Shamrock,
article.
Texas?
What's that?
Shamrock, Texas.
I don't remember that, no.
Shamrock, Texas is the town that has the gas station that was used as a model for Ramon's car detail in Cars.
Oh.
We went on Route 66 for my son because
Oh,
he's
okay.
connected to the Cars franchise. Mm-hmm. So we went there and took him Kari and all that stuff.
Anyway, no, they never did meet, and there is a whole long, cute article about it called on Texas highways. And how the law got started, how the lie got started, and just refuses to die.
Well, they've got the courthouse. I mean, when I drove through there, I stopped there. Here's the trailer for the movie.
Paul Newman is Judge Roy Bean, the man that came from nowhere to become a legend. Hold it.
Could you lower the deceased a little bit? He's not in the picture.
Lower him. This is the life and times of Judge Roy Bean, featuring a gallery of guest stars and a series of vintage portrayals. Jacqueline.
It's a fun movie. It did not do well. It didn't do well at all. But it's a fun movie.
Oh, goodness.
It kind of came and went.
Okay, well, I would say it's kind of like the movie, the John Wayne movie, Chisholm. Makes him out, and then you start reading about the real Chisholm and about how he invited one of the local Indian tribes to a big feast and poisoned them all.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they talk about that. Yeah, and Jeremiah Johnson, which we talked about before, that movie. That was the thing that Red talk about fake. Most everything in that movie, mostly, was true about the real Jeremiah Johnson. But what Redford left out, his nickname, the real mountain man Jeremiah, his nickname was Liver Eating Johnson, because when he killed the Indians, he would eat their livers, because somehow that in their religion that was a real offense. So they wouldn't go to heaven, or I don't know. Anyway, it was a big deal, and the biography of Jeremiah Johnson is literally called Liver Eating Johnson. But Redford left that part out of the movie because he thought that would be bad for his image.
Yeah, probably. There's a lot of history that's been glossed over.
What's that, Jamie?
I said, I'm telling Winter, protect the children, keep them home in Germany.
I would keep the kids home in Germany, but I would send my kids to Germany.
Oh, yes, in a second.
In a heartbeat. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, American kids I was so lucky. My mother was a school teacher, and she had the whole summer off, of course, and she'd save up her money, and sometimes my dad was able to go, and sometimes he'd go for part of it. But anyway, we went to foreign countries every summer. Anyway, by the time I got to college, I'd been to 41 countries because of that.
That's awesome.
And that was an education like no other. I mean, that was incredible. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Would you let the trip to China? I guess I'd be afraid to do that, actually, Winter.
I don't know. Our things are weird.
Yeah. I'd be afraid for for kids from Germany to come over and worry about them getting deported before they could go home after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I would.
That's what I
I
would
would not. I'll be honest. I would not be as worried if I were a white European.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I were from a different country, one of the non-European countries, trying to do that, I would be very cautious.
Definitely.
And that's. I think a white European would be fairly safe.
Oh, I was going to say it's National Loon Day.
The loons.
Yeah. The loons. That's the bird. Did you get thrown out again, Blue?
Yeah.
Really?
She's just.
And you're using that new app.
Yeah, but it could be just my connection or something. It's super windy and weird today outside, so I don't know. Maybe it's just that.
Yeah, it's National Loon Day. So, as a Minnesotan, we are the loons because the loon is our bird. So, we're the loony
Catherine
loons.
Hepburn. The loons.
The loons.
Yeah. Oh, Ted Cruz was booed off stage by Christians.
Awesome.
Yeah. He said, if you
Point
will not
booting.
stand with Israel, then I will not stand with you.
Oh.
And he was at a Christian event.
Well, he doesn't realize that there's
why he got booed at Turning Point one time.
Oh, and Turning Point is trying to get into high schools with some Nazi thing, some Nazi person. I got to go back and find that. If Sarah Huckabee and the glitter widow, as you call her, the widow Kirk, there's some third person that is got a Nazi affiliation, and they're trying to get this into schools, into high schools.
All right, you sent me down another rabbit hole. A little.
Of course, they didn't call it fascism. They painted it red, white, and blue and called it Americanism. And here are the funds to see it.
That's the Catherine Hepburn movie where she talks about they don't call it fascism, they call it Americanism.
Wasn't wrong. We should actually put that out more, to be honest.
Yeah, that whole speech. I've got that whole 2-minute speech she did. It's spectacular. I mean, it's so prescient. And the movie was in the late 50s. It was actually about McCarthyism, ostensibly, but it's about how these rich people take over the American government and turn it fascist, and it's scary how relevant it is.
Mm-hmm. It is, and so when they don't want you to call them the Gestapo or Nazis, it's like, well, then stop acting like it.
And but we're winning. We're winning. Here we are winning.
And I'll say no.
This is a new thing on TikTok is people go and take pictures of their gas prices, and then everybody's picked up on it now. I've seen dozens of them, and then they play this video in the background.
You may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And
And the sad thing is, that's not
kind of
tired of winning.
a lead on almost on a lot of people's writing and videos anymore. Just can't understand all this winning.
And the sad thing is, that's him. That's not a caricature of him. I mean, that's who he is. He's just
yeah.
Ugh.
We could always try the Churchill solution for the Middle East. This is getting too expensive. Divide it in 2 countries and go home.
Yeah, that reminds me. Well, it reminds me of 2 things actually. Is we had this caught my attention on your blog there, Jamie. This picture of these guys. Let's see if we can get it up here. Oh, where it is.
Dogs, lions, and camels.
There it is. There, yeah. What is all that? What is going on there? What's that?
That is the crowd of the people at the Cairo 1921 conference going for a ride in the desert, and Churchill was massively hungover. So he had all sorts of problems with his camel that day. Gertrude Bell is beside him, and her camels loved her, just as her dogs did. So it goes on about all of the animals and pets that they had at the conference, including 2 lion cubs, which are in another picture down below. And anyway, he ordered his cigars by the crate, but the night before this ride, they had a big party, and between the brandy and the cigars, he was not a well man.
And that's how the Middle East began, the modern Middle East. And
With a drunk on a camel.
And he actually did say, he actually did say that this is getting too expensive. Let's divide it in 2 countries and go home.
and then Katie, we got your thing here that you did your podcast on the
Yeah, I need to go back and listen to that.
Don't mind me tripping over words here and there, mispronouncing things, because that's my
Hello,
chick.
spooky little snack goblins, and welcome back
You
to
got a great voice
Munchies,
for
the
this.
show where we serve crime with a side of carbs, chaos, and the occasional historical backstabbery.
Murder and Munchies, you're calling that,
Yeah.
right? Murder and Munchies. Describe what it is.
It is a true crime podcast filled with lots of sass and sarcasm, because let's just say that's how I deal with trauma. So, but in the middle of the show, I give you a recipe to have with your listening to it. So, like for instance, this one is a I can't remember what I title it. I think it's the Senate snack board, and it's all like Greek things on it, and yeah.
And right now, I guess we could say right now it's only available
It's only on Trail
Mix
Mix right now.
It's only on Trail Mix.
Trail Mix exclusive.
It's a Trail Mix exclusive. And just in case you know, it's trailmix.cc. And Chuck Norris was busy here. What's Chuck saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a Trumper.
going on.
I'm amazed when how people like Chunk. Seem to think that the things they put up like that are smart, intelligent, and true.
Uh-huh. Oh, we're anti-American left wing. If you look at
They wouldn't have been bombing the oil tankers if we hadn't gone in with Israel.
Yeah.
Well, you got gaslit. That's what Chunk's been gaslit. That's gaslit.
Yeah.
And what are your credentials? Okay.
Yeah, well, we need to tell Blessing hi.
Hi, Blessing.
Hello, Blessing.
Hello,
Where
Blessing.
are you? Blessing, where are you, Blessing? Y'all get over on Trail. We're about done for today, but you get over on Trail Mix. We're there all time, and it's easy to comment. All I ask for is all you got to do is put a fake name in, and go through the CAPTCHA, which is it's just 3 numbers, and you can comment. I'm gonna wind up with Bob Byrd welcoming spring. At 86 years old, you know, when you're 86 years old and you're excited about spring, That's pretty damn cool, if you ask me.
Well, I think I always enjoyed spring. Oh, and the other thing is we've got coming up here not too long is opening day in baseball. That's the most optimistic day of the world.
Oh,
is it?
Yep. There's actually a chance my team could be in the World Series.
Well, I'm hoping for you,
Up
Jack.
until a week later.
Hoping
No,
for
we
you, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay, Chuck, you can come back anytime. We'll put you on the screen and talk back to
Sure.
you. That's
We'll
fine.
answer your questions about what is a woman because you can't figure it out.
Meanwhile, now this is just the setup here. Every year, Senator Bob Byrd of West Virginia would get up and read this Robert Burns poem on spring. Every single year. I first saw it when I was a page in the United States Senate, and he was a majority leader somewhere in the 70s. And I sat there the first time I heard it and listened to him do the whole thing. And so I get this out and play it somewhere every year. So here we are. Welcoming in spring with Bob Byrd. We'll see everybody tomorrow and on trailmix.cc
Bye,
anytime.
everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, take care.
But this is my 86th first day of spring. So, Mr. President, at long last, spring has arrived. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. Spring has arrived. After a long gray winter, made darker by the specter of war, and with that conflict now upon us, it is heartening to be reminded of the great rhythm of the seasons and the renewal of the earth and the life upon it. Now, nature hangs her mantle green on every blooming tree and spreads her sheets of daisies white out o'er the grassy lea. So wrote the poet Robert Burns.